Over the weekend, America surpassed 40,000 confirmed coronavirus deaths and 750,000 confirmed infections. And because of that, most of us have accepted that, as painful as it is, we need to stay at home a little longer until we can get those numbers under control. But it turns out there's a different group of people who are saying, nah, how can we get those numbers to go up?
In Paris, they marched, as they did in Rome and Tokyo. In Hungary, a silent crowd took a knee for 8 minutes and 46 seconds. In London, joining this protest mattered far more than the lockdown rules.
Over the weekend, protests popped up. And let's be honest, people, this is both insane and counterproductive. Because the more you gather in groups, the longer the lockdown will have to go on.
But in Brazil, which has one of the worst coronavirus outbreaks in the world, demonstrators came out anyway, in solidarity with what has become a worldwide movement.
Can you imagine if during the AIDS crisis, mobs of people gathered to gangbang that monkey that started it all? What do we want? Monkey sex! When do we want it? Now!
Your message is heard over here, and we'll keep fighting the same fight that you are.
Now, it would be a lot easier to not take these protests seriously if they were just being fueled by Fox News and internet conspiracy theories. The problem is that all of these morons also have the support of the moron-in-chief. As Canada continues its battle against coronavirus, Trudeau has decided to become a little more hands-on.
Anti-black racism is real. It's in the United States, but it's also in Canada. And we know people are facing systemic discrimination, unconscious bias, and anti-black racism every single day. We need, as a society, to stand together, stand up against discrimination, be there for each other in respect, but also understand that we have work to do as well in Canada, in our systems that we need to work forward on. And I call on all Canadians, whether it's anti-black racism or anti-Asian racism or racism and discrimination of any type, to stand together in solidarity, to be there for each other, and know just how deeply people are being affected by what we see on the news these past few days.
Now, despite how enraging this might be, I want you to remember this. The silver lining in all of this is that these protesters are a tiny minority. So the question is, when so many people appreciate how important this fight is, how do these people not seem to get it? Well, luckily for us, Sir David Attenborough has agreed to study these strange life forms to help the rest of us understand.
And here we see natural selection in its purest form. A group of morons crowded together, spitting in each other's faces. Even for the coronavirus, this is too easy.
Well, that's our show for tonight. But before we go, if you are able to help people who are going hungry because of this pandemic, please consider a donation to Feeding America. They're supplying food to millions of people in America every single day, and they could use your help because even $1 can help someone get a meal. Until we meet again, stay safe out there, wash your hands, and remember to mute your mic before talking shit on Zoom. Otherwise, the other people know who you really are. I'll see you all tomorrow.